Do you like to live life in the fast lane? Well, stay with me for my review on the latest Michael Kors fragrance for men, which is the Extreme Speed. I'm Ellie, and today I'm going to be reviewing the latest fragrance from Michael Kors, which is the Extreme Speed for men, especially with Father's Day around the corner. So, on first of all, to a little bit about Michael Kors. He's an American fashion designer. He was born in 1959. And I think that sort of like ever since he was young, he really loved everything about fashion. His mum was a model. And apparently at the age of 5, he redesigned his mother's wedding dress for her second marriage. So his inspiration has come all the way from childhood. And most people now recognise Michael Kors for not only his fashion, but for all of the accessories such as the handbags, purses, jewellery, watches, men's and women's. So, you know, like really he is living that ultimate American dream. So Michael Kors has been creating fragrances for men and women since about 2001. And this is the latest in the line of men's fragrances. Like I say, it's the Extreme Speed. And this one's classed as a woody spicy. I haven't been able to find out who the nose is or who the creator of this fragrance is. But as you'll see from the bottle, it's a real sort of like chunky, like rectangular shape. And it's deep blue. And I don't know if you've seen the ad at all, but the sort of like Extreme Speed advert is actually in a high-powered speedboat. So I think it's for anybody that likes that, to live life to the full. And the top is almost like an anthracite colour metal top. Quite easy, very classic design. So that's the bottle. So this one's been newly released here in the UK, 2018. And like I say, it's classed as a woody spicy. So I'm going to spray this now to see what I think my first impressions are. So automatically, just as I'm wafting this, I can smell some really exotic spices. And I know that in the top notes, it's absolutely packed full of them. So you get a real punchiness with this one as well. So you've got coriander, cardamom, which actually makes the top notes quite warm. And then you have cypress and sage. And sage seems to be quite a well-known ingredient at the moment in quite a lot of the men's fragrance, but it makes it sort of like you get a real hit of that. So really spicy, but very, very fresh on the top notes. So we'll see how that settles into the heart. And then as this starts to settle and the top notes just start to blend in, you do get the sort of like the spice again in the heart note of cinnamon. But I do start to smell sort of like all the woods coming through, and you have violet wood in the heart note. So you can definitely get sort of like the woods and the spices now blending together. And in the base, you have really earthy patchouli. You've also got cedar wood and tolu balm. So this is smelling, well, what it reminds me of is maybe sometimes when we take the dogs for a walk, not that that happens very often. That's what Tim will be saying. It's normally him. No, but when we take the dogs for a walk, on maybe a fresher morning when it's a bit damp and you get the earthiness, and you also smell all of the trees. It's all that woods, but it's sort of like slightly mysterious, but kept warm and spicy at the same time. And I'm getting similarities between this one, the Extreme Speed, and also I think some of the Tom Ford fragrances, such as the Tom Ford for Men and also the Grey Vetiver. So I don't think this is going to be one that actually appeals to every man, but I think that it's going to sit quite well on some. I know that Tim has tried it, and he quite liked it. Not his favourite of all of the fragrances, but I think for those people that love Michael Kors, and you know, if they're looking for something that is quite different, because I don't think there are too many fragrances out there that are as similar as this. I think, like say, if you like the Tom Ford fragrances such as the Grey Vetiver Tom Ford for men, or maybe something like the Gucci's, or even on some of the Chanel's, this might be one to try, but it is rather unique. So I think this is going to sort of like do quite well for Father's Day. I think it's well worth anybody going in and trying it on their skin. Not particularly, I would say, going to be too heavy, but I don't know, I think it's going to be quite a long lasting fragrance, because it's definitely staying on the card here, but I think Tim sort of said it sort of lasted a few hours on his skin. So let me know what you think if you get in touch, and leave me a comment if you've managed to try this, whether you like it or not, whether you consider buying it for that special man for Father's Day, and for that gentleman who likes of that speed and that lifestyle, go try it. Anyway, that's it for now on Ellie Smells. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out some of my previous videos, and I'll see you soon. So take care for now. Bye.
Just taking the dogs for a walk, Ellie. Are you coming?
Yeah, it's not your birthday, it's not Christmas, Tim.